Hello viewers, hope you are fine. So we are starting with the concepts of acids and bases today. The simple chapter that known as concept of acid and bases. So firstly we will start the concept of acid and bases with the theory of Arrhenius theory. What he told us about the bases and the acid. Today we will only start our the simple lecture of chemistry, that the concept of acid and bases from the Arrhenius theory, that what he told us about acid and bases. Arrhenius theory. He discovered this one theory in 1880s. After that, what he told us about just about acid, and second one he told about, here we will write, base. Arrhenius theory gave us that the acid, those substances that produce hydrogen, we will start from the acid. The acids are the substances. Acid are the substances. We are talking about acid of Arrhenius theory. He's saying that the acid are the substances that produce hydrogen. I think so. We know about the hydrogen as to is used for water, but the hydrogen is H plus. Hydrogen, when it dissolves in water, is called acid. So Arrhenius theory gave us that the acid are the substances that produce hydrogen. The acid are the substances that produce hydrogen, but when it dissolve in water, means the substance when dissolve in water and give us the hydrogen, produce, we can say that give us the hydrogen or produce the hydrogen, is known as acid. He just gave us, Arrhenius theory gave us the acid one, that when we dissolve the acid into the water or dissolve, it produces the hydrogen, is called acid. There are the few examples. We will understand with examples too. So there are some examples of Arrhenius theory. First of all, there is a HCl simply, and HNO3 and some basic are CH3, CWH. As we know that about these, we also have to know about the full form or the basic name of these. So the first one is the acidic. This one is called I have given the three examples here that are the acids. These examples are given by the Arrhenius theory. First of all, we are having hydrochloric. This is a hydrochloric acid. This is known as hydrochloric acid. Then we are having this is known as hydrochloric acid, first one. Then we are having HNO3, that is a nitric acid. This one is a nitric acid. After that we are having third one, CH3COOH, that is a acidic acid. acetic acid. So we have understand about the Arrhenius theory that told us that when we are dissolving water, when we are dissolving acid into water and it produce hydrogen simply, is called acid. It's called acid. There are the few examples of acid, that is the hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, and acetic acid. We will learn more because today is our first day. That's why we are learning only short. After that, the basic. What Arrhenius theory told us about the bases? He told that the bases are those substances, these bases are those substances that produce hydroxide ions, means OH have a negative sign when dissolved into water, when dissolved into water, is called bases. So what Arrhenius theory gave us? Arrhenius theory gave us that when the substances that produce hydroxide ions, means OH negative, means hydroxide ion when dissolved in water. Meanwhile, he is saying the same thing which he said in acid, but he said that when we are dissolving anything, dissolving water or dissolving acid into water, it produces hydrogen. It's called the acid. It here is saying that when the substances that produce hydroxide ion when dissolved in water, means the base, when we are dissolving base into water and it's producing the hydroxide ion, a hydroxide ion is called bases. It's called bases. So we are here for we will learn with some examples. So first one example is here. Examples are NaOH. First we will write the short form, then we will write the full form of these, then KOH and NH4OH. The one thing we have noticed here, that in the bases, there in the end there is coming OH and OH. It means these are the bases. How we have to confirm? I confirm that which one are the bases with the, I think so, with the OH. Like there is a hydroxide ion is represented with OH. So in the end of the bases they are coming OH, and OH. So it's a sodium hydroxide. Sodium. Na means sodium and OH mean hydroxide. Second one, KOH, it means K mean potassium. Same hydroxide. And after that, NH4 mean ammonium. Same hydroxide. So Arrhenius theory gave us the theory in 1880s, that is the acid and the base. He said that the acid are the substances that produce hydrogen when it dissolves in water is called as acid. There are some examples, that's the hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, and acetic acid. After that, about base, he is saying that those substances that produce hydroxide ions, means OH, when dissolved into water is called bases. There are a few examples of the sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and ammonium hydroxide. So this is all about our today Arrhenius theory in 1880s tell us about acid and base. Thank you.